Hi guys, welcome to my shed. I'm going to open up today with a film I watched called Terrifier 2. I'm sure you've all heard of it. I got a sneak preview sample DVD from the guys at Starburst, and it's probably the most disgusting film I've ever seen in my life. There's a lot worse out there, but my personal view, I don't know. I quite enjoyed the opening sort of feel to the movie. The cinematics were really sort of low budget 80s Stranger Things style cinematography or sets or whatever you want to call it. And I really enjoyed how the film looked and started. And I thought it was actually kind of ruined by not the gore, I can tolerate gore, but it was the prolonged gore and violence. The gore was secondary to the thought process behind some of the murder scenes. It ruined the film for me. I was loving the film up until some of the points where it's just like, well, actually, it's a bit too warped. So yeah, I give it a 6 out of 10 on the overall film. Like I say, the opening scenes and stuff, the way it looked, I was sold on it. Listen, loads of you may disagree. Some of you may just find it funny and bizarre, but I just found it a bit, I don't know. I've seen a lot of horror movies in my time and a lot of gory films, and there is a fine balance between humour, violence, and gore. And Terrifier just got it completely wrong in my eyes. That would have been a really good film if there was a little bit left to the imagination. Obviously, you need gore. It's not a gore movie, but yeah. So it'll be interesting to hear your thoughts on that. I just found it a little bit sadistic in some parts and not very funny. But hey, each their own. So yeah, it was a quick review of Terrifier 2 there. Moving on, finally got some pretty decent pickups at a really good price in really good nick. So let's get on to that. And can I just say, when I started on this journey of collecting and filling up this wooden sarcophagus I've built for myself, I had no interest in getting caught up in any sort of collecting frenzy. I just wanted to just go with the flow. I do things at my own pace. I wouldn't really consider myself an avid collector, though I do collect things. And I did start to look at some other people's collections and think, God man, why did he get so hooked? And it's finally happened to me. I would seriously say I cannot get PSP out of my mind right now. I don't know what it is. I don't know how it's happened. I don't know where it happened. I've got quite a nice collection, and I've got some more additions to it. Not many, but I got them at such good prices, such good quality. I couldn't wait to get out here. And I bought these a couple of weeks back actually. I've just not had time to get in the shed, so let's get on with it. So I'm going to start off with this I got on Xbox, but 360, and I'd seen it on PSP. I bit their arm off, and I just went for it. And that is Hellboy: Science Over Evil. Just let me get that lighting right. It's a real pain in the arse, these ring lights. Getting it. There we go. That's it. Let's open this up. And couldn't believe it came with the manual, because it's been a while. So really pleased with that. I think it was like £6 or something. But if you look at this, I don't want to be pulling it out, but there's actual inner artworks, and I just feel like this is the type of thing I like, where it's not just a game, there's a bit more to it. And I'll tell you now, I knew this would happen, we can't get it back in. I absolutely love the PSP packaging, the UMD packaging. It's like, as I said before, why this didn't take off, I don't know. I think one of you did tell me why, but yeah, really pleased with that. And that's Konami's Hellboy. If you can see it again, there we go, it was like that, wasn't it? And that is Not played it. I've got to feel it's a bit of a third-person shooter. And that is Konami's Science Over Evil. So let me try and get that back in a bit better. There we go. But that inner artwork and just like, just brilliant. Just brilliant. Second up, this is one I've been after a while. And I got this at a really good price. I think I paid a tenner, maybe 9, 8, 10 quid in total. And I had this on the Dreamcast, and this is one of my was one of my main Dreamcast collection, the Capcom collection on Dreamcast, and that's Power Stone on PSP. Again, complete. Just makes such a damn difference. Really pleased with that. I know some people don't like the Power Stones. I just like the animation, the angle. It's all done at. You know, it's just, for me, it was a must-have. So that's Power Stone. Then you've probably seen me have this on every other platform. I had this another Capcom title on PSP before when I sold all my games like a fucking idiot. Luckily I got this back for a tenner. It may even be less than that. I can't remember. It wasn't CEX, and that is the Capcom Classic Collection. I think it's the remixed. So it's got all my favourite titles on there from years ago. You know, absolutely brilliant. So many games, and this is what PSP is for me. To be honest with you, I love these collector's editions. Again, I did have the SNK complete with manual. I did have the SNK Arcade Classics Volume 1 on the PSP. Again, sold it. I then I'm trying to get it again now at the right price. Everything's going through the roof. I don't know if it'll ever settle down, to be honest with you. So I've got I did have Arcade Classics 1. I've seen 0, and it's like 145 quid. I think I've seen it for 89. I might have said this before, but I've been following it. And 0 is basically the same one that was released on PS4 a year or two back, the Arcade Classics. So that's Capcom Collection Remixed. And then, again on PSP, I got my hands on, you've probably seen it before, and that is the Mega Drive Collection, which I got for £8. You know, these games are becoming so hard to get, and I love this collection of PSP games I've got right now, and UMDs that I'm building up. Again, with manual in really good nick. So absolutely chuffed to bits with these titles. So there you have it. Absolute brilliant bunch of PSP games, which, you know, I think what I'm going to do is, it's no good these aren't something that I use in the shed. This collection's going to be going in the house, probably get myself a nice little cabinet to put them in, and then I can just get it out and play it whenever I want. That's the problem. Everything's in here. There's not enough space in here really to keep pounding stuff in, so I need to get smart with this and start having some fun with it. You know, I'm coming in and out with games, playing them in the front room late at night when everyone's in bed, just like have a glass of milk and a cookie while I'm on them. So guys, that's me wrapping it up. So some titles I'm after is the SNK Arcade Collection. I've got a bid on at the moment for Castlevania, which some mother keeps outbidding me on, but I'll get my hands on it at one point. And there's a couple of other games out there that I want. I'm bidding on some Japanese ones at the minute. Guys, I've even considered selling some of my other collection to start buying PSP stuff, maybe Xbox. I don't know. I'm going. It's got me. The bug's got me. Guys, I'm rambling. Take care, guys. I'm going to get off, and I'll see you on the next Mike's Shed. Hopefully a bit sooner than this time. So take care, guys. See you later. Ta-ra.